All right, hello and welcome everyone. We have the first set in the round of 8 for the Blue Carbon Cup. Both of the players that you see here are still eligible to win the tournament because we have not witnessed the results of these games. Who knows, maybe one of the tournament winners will be, or maybe the tournament winner will be one of these players. Unfortunately, it cannot be both, however. One will be eliminated in this matchup between dogao and Youpudding. Dogao's spirit animal is shown here. It is the painted sweet lips. And Youpudding's spirit animal is the Seychelles black parrot. Let's zoom in and have a closer look at each of these animals. As you know, the Blue Carbon Cup is an ecology-themed tournament, and so therefore we have these mascots. For the painted sweet lips, they are a near threatened species that lives in the Indo-West Pacific. The adults feed mostly on seagrasses. The juveniles have black and white stripes. Adults are blue, gray, yellow, and orange dotted. They live in coastal shallow waters, estuaries, and around reefs. Blue carbon ecosystems like mangroves, seagrass beds, and kelp forests are important nurseries for many fish species. Youpudding's Seychelles black parrot. Their conservation status is vulnerable. So unlike the painted sweet lips, we have a figure on about how many of these are left in the wild, and it's somewhere between 500 and 1,000. They are the national bird of the Seychelles. Only remain on 2 of the islands, Praslin and Curious. Their diet consists of fruit, flowers, buds. They breed in deep cavities of old tree trunks with good cover. They are threatened by poaching, competition for nesting, hollows with common mynas, and predation by rats, both of which are invasive species. So, which of these spirit animals will come out on top? Well, that depends on which of their players wins. Let's take a look at the rankings of these players in competitive play. First, we have dogao. He is a professional player. He is number 6 in the entire world on the ranked ladder. So pretty tough guy. And Youpudding is number 121. So dogao definitely has an advantage. So with that being said, let's get on with the cast. I believe that this is a best of 5. We will unpause. So, as the orange Goths, we have Youpudding at about 7 o'clock. And at about 2 o'clock, we have the blue Mongols for dogao. So we've seen dogao play as the Mongols on this map before. Dogao is a big believer in the extra huntable food. And indeed, there are tons of extra elephants. Look at all these elephants over here. And then there are more elephants over here. And then there are more elephants over here. So all in all, let's count how many elephants there are on the map. No player has taken an elephant yet. But including player-assigned elephants, there are 31, maybe 32 actually, because I don't... Oh, no, here's the other one. Okay. So Youpudding is taking his first elephant, and I don't think he wants to make sure that dogao does not steal that elephant. And this one's pretty safe back here. This one would be harder for dogao to steal, so he's going to take the forward elephant first. But dogao doesn't want to steal elephants. He wants to lame these elephants. Look at all of those elephants. So it would not surprise me if dogao started sending a villager out there right now. Oh, he's got an idle lady just standing there. Okay, she's chopping wood. dogao, interestingly, chopping his stragglers first. I wonder where the lumber camp is going to go. Actually, you know what it probably is he's like, well, I don't want to send one villager all the way out here to build a lumber camp, although this isn't too bad. So I guess he's going to take wood here. Even though it's a nice place to wall off to, he's going to take wood here. dogao pushing in a gazelle, shooting it. So anyway, the point that I'm trying to make, guys, is that Mongols are a very logical civilization for this map because of how much huntable meat there is. Youpudding with the Goths. Goths are a great civ too. The map is very open. It's hard to wall. If you get that Goth Man-at-Arms flood going, there's not much that can stop it. Youpudding has directly built a lumber camp in this stand of baobabs, and he's actually put 5 on wood, which is interesting. I'm not really sure why. It doesn't look like any build that I've ever seen before, unless Youpudding is going to do some kind of ship build, but there's no fish. So it doesn't make sense to go dock unless you really think it's going to be a big military advantage. So Okavango is supposed to represent like a wetland area in Africa. And here comes dogao. He's going to lure some neutral elephants in. So these elephants are not assigned to any one player. But dogao is going to... Maybe he'll attempt to double lure. I'm not sure. Oh no! The lion. The villager has to run. He's going to go for it. He's going for it. He's hoping that the lions will be in the way, or the lion is going to be interrupted by the elephants, and that he can get in with all that food. Blocks the elephant from attacking. And now the lion is here. He wants a piece of the action. He's going to block the lion. Is he going to make it? Is he going to make it? The villagers are ready. Oh no! He fails to garrison that villager. Oh, okay. He got him. He got them all. He got both of the elephants. That's exactly what he wanted. dogao loves the extra elephants on this map. Alright, so we got 2 militia coming off. There's a 3rd one being made. Youpudding is going to build a forward house here. And I guess he's taking this zebra for some reason. So what is the plan for Youpudding? Is Youpudding going to go fast castle? Is this like a drush fast castle kind of build order? Youpudding is keeping an eye on dogao's berries, although dogao is not taking berries. He is taking elephants. And here comes dogao to get more elephants. But Youpudding's junk is in the way. And okay, here comes... This lady's going to have to fight this crocodile. Okay, here come the militia. Are they going to be able to sneak in without dogao noticing? Actually, these militia, if they catch this villager out of position... Oh, actually, he's seen it. He's seen it because of the junk. He's going to try to get this villager. The junk or the scout could try to block the villager. Okay, he's going to use the scout to block the villager. And dogao is going to lose a villager from this. It's a little bit of greed right there. Trying to get more elephants. So, what do we got here? Youpudding, I guess, is just long distancing these zebras. So dogao's only taken 4 boars, you guys. 2 of his own assigned boars, and then 2 from the middle. It looks like Youpudding is stealing this water buffalo. Trying to get out on dogao's wood line here. Youpudding is on his way up to the feudal age. He does not have any on gold yet. He'll need to go on gold in order to do man-at-arms. And man-at-arms is a big power spike. It's a huge improvement from militia. So I think he should do that. dogao building an archery range. Now, if Youpudding were to scout this archery range, he'd know that all he needs to do is just keep dogao off of the gold with his units. dogao can barely afford to make archers. He's got 3 villagers on gold and 1 archery range, so that all checks out. But Youpudding is going to keep on trying to get in at this lumber camp here. dogao repairing it. Gets double bit axe. So Youpudding actually very, very aggressive. He's on the attack against dogao. And dogao has actually not made scouts, which is surprising. Here he comes. He wants this meat. Is he going to get it? Youpudding is just kind of loitering, waiting here. This is risky, but I think he desperately needs something because he's off his berries. Youpudding on his way. Alright, so he snagged a boar and an elephant. Youpudding sees these units running across the fog of war. Remember, and he wants to disrupt this. Villager takes another hit from the boar, and I guess he's just going to let it happen. Doesn't want to take too much damage to his scout. Oh no! The elephant! The elephant! What? How did this elephant not lose interest? I don't understand that at all. Okay, now the elephant lost interest. He's going to have to snag it with one of his gold villagers. So Youpudding has not gotten the Man-at-Arms upgrade. He has taken some fights here. He's just been kind of busy, I guess, dancing around and microing, trying to avoid taking too much damage to these archers. What's going on over here? What's Youpudding's plan? He made a skirmisher, a spearman, and he's throwing down farms now. He's getting fletching for skirmishers. But I suppose he simply recognizes that his opponent is going archers, I guess? I don't really know. I think dogao was not able to get the boars as soon as he wanted for his build to go scouts. He is, however, building a stable now. So we have a couple of Gothic skirms coming out across the map. It's crocodile. There we go. Okay. Scout with very little health is going to try to help out against these skirmishers, but he's seen his days of war. And dogao, feeling pressured, needs to put down a tower. Dogao is now on his way up to the castle age. He is up before Youpudding is. Youpudding investing more in skirmishers, so that will slow him down to the next age. Dogao has made a scout. I think dogao is going to win this. He was able to get these two boars, and that was very crucial. Had he not gotten them, it would be much closer. He brought in essentially 3 times the number of boars as his opponent. And Youpudding has invested food and wood into skirmishers that he's not going to be able to do much with. Although if these skirmishers got over here, that would be super annoying. And maybe Youpudding still will get over there. He's headed that way. He's got to know that his opponent is close to chopping through. Villager moving forward. What's the plan with her? Wonder if we'll see her bring in those animals. Dogao charging the skirmishers. Yeah, this lady getting some javelins thrown at her. And so we got 2 villagers coming forward for Youpudding. He's getting infantry armor. And a second stable is going down for dogao. So I wonder if dogao is just going to go 2 stable knights and just clean it up as soon as he hits castle. Just got armor. There's spearmen in here. So dogao is having problems on his wood line. Dogao cannot reliably take wood right now. He's got some stragglers. Youpudding's trash rush is doing a good job of keeping him on his feet. Oh no, they're step lancers. That's right. Mongols get step lancers, and they actually have a bonus as opposed to knights. Yeah, I think that this is over. Dogao is making step lancers full time, and it's only a matter of time before he gets in here. He's got his archers over here already. He could camp this wood line. I mean, I just noticed this. If it were me, I'd have this entire wood line wiped out before noticing. Youpudding might notice it sooner. He does, I think. No, he hasn't noticed it yet. Villagers are just doing a good job of running around not dying yet. Now he notices. What's he doing? Is he going to run away or is he going to fight? He's going to run away and try to save all. He saves all. He only saves 2 of them, which is unfortunate for him. So here are the step lancers. This is going to be what kills him right here. They're coming out across the map. Just too long. Too long to get across to, yeah, Youpudding calls the GG. He knows. He knows. Mongol's OP on this map, you guys. There's just too much hunted meat. And actually, it would be possible to make these elephants purely visual, although it would be counterintuitive. You could give these elephants 0 food, so you could have them for aesthetic purposes. But, anyway, let's carry on. So let's see, we need to fill in a circle for dogao, blue. He has taken a victory. Same villager count, but dogao is in the castle age, and Youpudding, I guess, was getting kind of close, but these steppe lancers were going to be the end of him. Okay, so let's see. Do Marsh Madness next? No. Aguaje Swamp, that's game 2. Okay, so dogao is playing as the Persians, and Youpudding is playing as the Incas. I'm not sure if have we seen the Incas on this map, you guys? I don't recall. I like this map. It's a cozy map. Relatively easy to wall, I think. Youpudding could literally just, you know, and then maybe to the town center and over here, or this way, to include that gold. Pretty reliable wall off. The woodlines are very, you know, they're anti-overchop woodlines. Because if you chop through here, you have a whole other layer here to protect you. So it's quite nice. So you start with this dock that has 2 times the HP, but unfortunately for Persians, it still only has 10,000 HP. The Persian bonus does not apply. But if you could only have one dock, wouldn't you like a dock that works faster? So Youpudding very smartly coming in here with his eagle and attacking this fishing ship. What is this? Dogao sent a repair villager forward, perhaps? That could be a bad idea, though, considering that there are crocodiles. This lady does have loom, though. But, wait, does Youpudding see this? This could be a villager pickoff. This could be huge. But in the Dark Age, eagles are much stronger. Yeah, he must see this. No, he doesn't see it. He doesn't see it. Oh, but this crocodile is going to finish the job. Look at that. So dogao forced to send another villager forward. Dogao's having a rough game, and Youpudding is not making it easy for him. He wants to use this villager to help. He's going to try to lure him back toward a... Oh, there we go, another crocodile. Oh, boy. But eagles are just tough. Oh, there's 3 crocodiles on this villager. So, and there's gonna be a 4th here. So poor dogao getting dragged into the weeds. He's gonna lose 2 villagers. It looks like. Youpudding needs to take advantage of this and like try to block this villager so there's no way the villager can make it to safety. Dogao doing a he's kind of wolf rushing himself, just trying to get this villager to safety. Yeah, I would have blocked this villager with my scout if I saw this. No, dogao is going to get away. And this crocodile is going to go chase down this other villager. Dogao managing to kill the other 3 with his town center. Youpudding is already on his way up. But this Dark Age eagle, just like, this scout can't get anywhere near him. Here comes another crocodile. Dogao's going to have to run. Youpudding trying not to take damage here. And Crocodile coming in from the other side. And is dogao going to lose another villager to the Crocs in the middle? Yes, he is. Dang. So, according to this, dogao has lost 3 villagers. I think 1 fishing ship went down, and then 2 villagers to crocodiles in the middle from sending villagers forward to fight eagles. So, dogao's going to do the logical thing and attack Youpudding's fishing ships, but Youpudding is going to get here with a scout and try to chase down that scout, but it doesn't quite work. So he's just going to attack this fishing ship instead, try to expand his lead. But this has been pretty fun so far. What do you guys think? Let me know. Do you think that Mesosibs are OP on this map? It's kind of like Socotra. Oh, it's kind of like Socotra in the sense that he's going to repair this fishing ship. In the sense that you can basically have your eagle just camp somebody's deer on Socotra. And then they can't push their deer in. Because if your opponent doesn't have an eagle of their own, if your opponent just has a regular scout in Dark Age, that scout cannot fight. Oh no, Youpudding trying to get away. That scout cannot fight your eagle. So dogao is almost feudal age. He is... Oh, look at this. Youpudding has sent some spearmen forward, and he has sent a fire galley forward. So Youpudding is in a very strong position so far. So dogao hitting feudal age here. Let's see what he's got. He's going over to gold, so the plan is to contest water. And, you know, the good news for Youpudding as well is that if he wanted to, he could garrison this eagle in his town center to heal up. But right now he's just content to do a spearman rush of these fishing ships in the middle. It's good against scouts, it's good against ships, since spearmen get bonus damage against ships. And he's going to take out pretty much, I guess there's 1 fishing trap left for dogao. These spearmen are following this fire ship. And he starts working on the dock. Yeah, there goes the last fishing ship. Now, luckily, dogao has the crocodile helping him again in this case, or helping him instead. Crocodile should go after the spearman, but it will not go after the fire ship. And both players are just kind of brawling over the middle here. Youpudding is on gold, he's on wood, he's on his basics that he needs just to sustain villager production, and I guess spearman and eagle production. Okay, that explains why he's so heavily on gold, because he's gonna flood the center of the map with eagles, and eagles will be much more effective against these villagers than spearmen. But now that all the fishing ships are gone, Youpudding can come in here and kind of check out and see what dogao has. Dogao is not getting food from the middle anymore. Where is his food income? I don't see it. Let me know if you guys see food income for dogao. I don't see any. But it seems like Youpudding has found a pretty effective strategy for this map, and dogao just calls the GG. He's not going to win the middle back. And Youpudding is... Does he see... Oh, I think he sees the eagles. So that was a pretty quick game. Youpudding with the aggressive Incan, eagle, and spearman rush. Now, I think Incas get a benefit for spearmen too. Like, they have extra vision now. So maybe that Youpudding figured that could help the spearmen spot fishing ships. Not sure. So Youpudding is going to take the second game. And we'll go on to the next. Marsh Madness. Dogao versus Youpudding. This is a Khmer's mirror matchup. Both civilizations are the Khmer. Let's see what they do. Okay, so there's a neutral land out there. The big thing about this map is that there are rings of unbuildable terrain around each wood line. So that could be kind of annoying to have to deal with, because you can't wall. The good news is that the players tend to be further apart on this map, although on this particular generation, it appears that they are relatively close together. Looks like there's a crossing here, a little path across, but, it's shallows. Makes sense, right? So I would say about 11 o'clock we have dogao, and he is playing as the blue Khmer. And at 4 o'clock, I would say we have Youpudding playing as the orange Khmer. So Khmer are a great choice for this map. Why? Because you can't wall your base. Khmer are the only civilization where villagers can garrison inside of houses. Can you guys believe that? All of the other houses have locks on the doors, and none of the villagers remembered the keys. So those villagers cannot enter their houses even though they live in them. But the Khmer remembered their houses. So the villagers can go inside of the houses, and that is a big deal on a map where you cannot build walls. You can simply build houses next to your vulnerable areas, and if you get attacked, or just before you get attacked would be ideal, the villagers can run away and hop into the house without being killed. And that will give your military time to respond and get over there. There are plenty of fish on Marsh Madness, although it's not clear to me if either player is going to invest heavily in fishing. We got to watch their wood count here. dogao is sending a 5th to wood. So this would indeed imply that dogao plans on building a dock. He will probably build it back here. He'll take some safe fish and he'll use it to maybe... He'll probably use it to make scouts and come over here and punish his opponent. That's my guess. Youpudding is already docking. Now, just to be clear, you cannot wall to the edge. You cannot wall to the edge of the shore because there's technically that open space there. So it's a very open map. Youpudding coming back, he's about to make this boar angry. The boar will follow the villager back to the town center. And a typical boar retaliation maneuver. Youpudding is pushing this deer. Okay. I mean, he's a little busy right now. This looks like a follow command deer push. Oh no! The deer resetting. Well, that is unfortunate. Let's take a look at town center idle time. dogao with only 1 second. Youpudding with 11. Okay, dogao's got a fishing ship out already, and Youpudding doesn't have anything. dogao, he knows that you can trade with your opponent's dock, so here he is. He's going to get 188 gold. Let's go. And Youpudding, I wonder if Youpudding will do the same thing. dogao saying thank you, and Youpudding says no problem. dogao is looking forward to getting 188 gold. That's a lot of money. But these merchants that are on the junks are very shrewd. They know how to negotiate good deals. I mean, you thought that nothing for some gold was a good deal, but try offering nothing in exchange for 4 times as much gold. Is this junk? This junk is going to get 188 gold as well and take it back to the base. And these players are just going to trade with each other. So Youpudding, now that both of his boars are in, he's going to try his hand at pushing another deer, and that deer decides, nope, sorry, not interested. So unfortunately for Youpudding, he's going to have to give up and go do something else. That deer has been a thorn in his side. Youpudding has clicked up to the feudal age. dogao has not yet clicked up. So Youpudding is, I guess the players are both going fast castle, honestly, like 26 pop and 28 pop at least. Actually, what is dogao planning? This could be a disaster. dogao needs to be very careful. Okay, he's at 30 pop and he's getting loom now. And then he'll be able to click up immediately after. But you don't want to be too late to feudal age on this map, or any map really in general. It's asking for trouble. It's just begging your opponent to show up at your base with man-at-arms or something. Kill a bunch of units because you don't have access to the military technologies or units to keep your people safe. Alright, picking some berries. What's he... Oh, okay. He tasked them to help out with this mining camp, so the villagers are actually going to drop the food off at the mining camp. So Youpudding just taking a little bit of extra food. And I think he's going for a fast castle. I think they both are. Guess we'll find out. Nope. He's going scouts. My bad. He's going scouts. But dogao has enough food here underneath his town center in terms of deer pushed in and turkeys. The dogao actually could go Khmer Fast Castle with like no buildings. And that's indeed how dogao has balanced his economy. He can literally click Castle Age as soon as he hits Feudal Age, and that will be devastating versus Youpudding. I believe that dogao will have the information needed about his opponent to resist his scout rush. I'm pretty sure dogao's... Although he actually has not scouted his opponent's base at all, dogao hasn't. He's been pushing deer greedily, so... I mean, I guess I could be wrong. Yeah, dogao's on his way up to the Castle Age. He's throwing down a stable. He's going to make knights. He's even putting down a watchtower. I'm not sure how dogao knows what his opponent is up to. That's the thing. How does dogao know that he needs this? He's probably just assuming that his opponent is going to attack him with scouts. And that is indeed a good assumption, considering that Youpudding has 4 scouts now, including his starting scout. And apparently 2 archers. Fire ship as well. The fire ship is on its way. So dogao putting his faith in the Khmer housing bonus. Can hop into this house. There's houses everywhere. dogao popping out and deciding to fight the scout. The scouts are running away. Youpudding really needs to get some damage in with these scouts, otherwise he's going to be in trouble. dogao is going to hit Castle Age, and he's going to have the knights. He's going to have the resources for knights, and Youpudding is nowhere near the Castle Age. 5 seconds left. 3, 2, 1, 0. dogao is Castle Age, and Youpudding is uh-oh. Best case for Youpudding is he's able to get like a surround on these villagers so that they cannot withdraw to their houses. There are some archers that'll be able to give some ranged support to this. Now there's a knight here. This knight has no upgrades whatsoever. So dogao might be just like, you know what, I got my villagers in the houses, I got a little bit of wood in the bank, I don't need to fight this right now. So he's going to wait. Presumably for either more numbers or more upgrades. No, I guess 2 knights is the happy number here. He ungarrisoned some villagers to fight with as well. I think that might have been a mistake. I think it may have been a misclick. No reason to put those villagers in harm's way when you've got some knights to clear up your opponent's feudal army. So Youpudding is here with a fire ship pressuring dogao's fishing economy, but dogao has a healthier fire ship attacking Youpudding, so he has to retreat and go back to his fire galley. Meanwhile, the two are just peacefully trading with each other. 188 gold per haul. Okay, Bloodline's coming in for Youpudding. He's really doubling down on the scout rush. dogao is galloping across the map in knights. He knows he doesn't have to worry about monks. His opponent is still feudal age. Another stable coming down for Youpudding. I guess he's just not going to worry about these knights. He's not worried at all. These are nice thick wood lines. He doesn't have to worry about over chopping. Dogao has found a water buffalo, and it is working its way into the town center. What is this? This monk is healing some... He's healing this knight. Okay, that makes sense. Scouts fought here. The knight won. It's a little shallow area. Shallow area is an area where melee units could fight with naval units if they wanted to. What do you guys think? I don't see it. This house is garrisoned. We can see that dogao has had a larger idle eco percentage, but Youpudding has had more idle town center. So he has to keep up with double stable scout production and town center villager production. Eventually this farmland is going to get so big and sprawling that it's going to be hard for him to keep all of his units alive, all of his farmers. I guess he does have some archers here. Dogao, has Dogao gotten armor for his knights yet? No, he has not. So therefore these archers could get decent fights against them. Comes in and kills 2 villagers and loses a knight. So Youpudding getting the armor for the scouts now. So we're basically seeing all-in feudal age against castle age. And I wonder if Youpudding is going to spot this. Does Youpudding know about this? I don't think he does, otherwise he'd head there. Villagers out on the berries. Instead he's going to go for these villagers on the gold. Cut off the escape that those villagers have to the houses. Are any villagers going to go down? I think this one will. Yep, so he does manage to get a villager for all that. But out here he doesn't have to worry about a garrisoned tower. So Dogao's knights haven't done too much damage. He did kill a couple villagers here. The Eco KD is such that Dogao has killed 5 and Youpudding has killed 7 between villagers and fishing ships. Okay, some more houses for Dogao. And Youpudding discovering that Dogao has things down here. But Dogao knows that he can run away right within those scouts' line of sight. Although I think Youpudding probably missed it. Because if it were Youpudding, wouldn't you love to catch a villager out here? Like, that would be your dream. So I think Youpudding just didn't see it. He has stopped making scouts, and he is going to go up to the next stage. He has a villager lead, but he won't have a villager lead by the time he gets to the next stage. He has 44 to 43 villagers. He has more idle time. He's on his way up. He's got a huge base of farms here. Big thing he's going to need is more on gold. And he doesn't have a lot of great gold options. These knights still do not have armor. That's funny. Youpudding has more armor. I don't want to say he's got more armor on his scouts, because he doesn't. It's melee armor. But he's gotten more armor upgrades for his cavalry than Dogao has gotten for his cavalry. Youpudding maintaining a healthy mass of archers here to keep these knights at bay. You know, Dogao really could just like plow through these if he got the armor upgrades for the knights, especially maybe not +1, but +2 definitely. But these are raiding knights. They're not really designed to take honest fights. He doesn't want to kill military with these. He wants to kill villagers. He knows that his opponent has a big a big farmland out here that's hard to defend. He's destroyed his opponent's dock and retained his, although he's not making any fishing ships. And oh, wow. Look at this. Youpudding finding this. Youpudding there should be no reason why Youpudding can't get in here. Yeah, he's going to attack the mining camp. He's got a lot of upgraded scouts here. This mining camp is going to suffer. Especially if he needs... No, I would just put everything on it. Where are you going, man? There's nothing over there. Just tear down that mining camp. Especially given that dogao is out of gold elsewhere. So Youpudding's Castle Age gives him the light cav upgrade, and it gives him husbandry. And these are both going to be important upgrades. It makes sense. He's heavily on food, and he doesn't have a lot of access to gold. But raiding the Chimera is so hard if they build houses everywhere. Where are his archers? Does he not have any archers left? Oh, if he does, I can't see him. Oh, there they are. They just went down. Dogao gets there just in time to kill them before they can kill his repairing villagers. Youpudding going to build another town center here to secure this gold. That's smart. He's going to have more town centers than dogao, but is he going to have the military production to match dogao at that point? Dogao does have a military advantage, but most critically and importantly, dogao basically has 18 knights, and Youpudding has 15 light cav and 3 archers somewhere. So it's just not the same. dogao has a much more powerful army. dogao coming out here to take some stone. I wonder if Youpudding is going to spot this. Nope. He's coming over here to take this gold. He wants the gold. He wants as much of it as possible. So Youpudding has made a monk, at least one, to challenge these knights, and this knight is in here on Youpudding's economy again. Ouch. This isn't really that strong of a knight either. Gets 2 villagers for free, essentially. Youpudding going to build another town center here. dogao deleting that knight to spare it from conversion. And do these knights have any armor yet? Okay, they do have the first armor. Is he going to win this fight against these knights? Looks like... I don't know if he's winning, but he forced dogao back. Took heavy losses, though, to his light cav. So Youpudding making more town centers to keep his economy protected and to increase the rate at which he can build villagers. But in doing so, dogao is pulling ahead in military. It's only a matter of time before dogao gets +2 and dives some town centers, I fear. I shouldn't say that. I am an objective observer. I just like to root for the underdog subconsciously, because it means that we'll probably get more games. We haven't really seen an upset in this tournament so far. We haven't seen a higher level player or higher ranked player lose to a lower ranked player. Let me know if that's wrong, if you've seen it, or if I've seen it and simply forgot. But I'm pretty sure pretty much the highest seed is always won in this case. Almost always. At least when they're this far apart. dogao can no longer trade with Youpudding because Youpudding's dock has been destroyed. So instead he is going to build a stable here and dial up the pressure, it looks like. He's got 2 stables making knights already. Now he's going to have a 3rd. And what's the plan? Looks like he has not gotten +2 armor yet. Youpudding is making knights as well, but I don't think he's making as many. Oh, Youpudding tries to convert Dagao's junk. Dagao just deletes it. And then Dagao charges the monk with his light cav, but Youpudding garrisons it in the town center. Neither player is going toward... Oh, wait. Dagao has started to build more docks. He's trying to pull ahead in that way, building fishing ships and taking the fish around the outside. Youpudding with more physical town centers. Oh man, this is so annoying. Constantly getting raided on his farms. Youpudding still ahead in villagers. Dagao ahead in military. And he's just pulled ahead in villagers now from a couple of kills. His knights. Poor Youpudding is just getting raided everywhere. He's ungarrisoned his town center, but this area is not safe. He can't afford to send villagers back out here. These knights are gonna continue to oppress his townspeople. Okay, there we go. Now he's cleaned it up and can send the villagers back to work. Just as Dagao is sending another wave of knights back here. This farming area has just been a huge liability for Youpudding. It's probably cost him more resources than he's actually made from these farms. In terms of the work that the villagers could have been doing if they were somewhere else, and not just the 50 food. Like if he made a villager and sent her to work somewhere else instead of coming out here and dying, she would have collected a lot more resources. And Youpudding calls the GG. He's just getting raided to death. Though he was about to get in on Dagao's woodline. So the next game goes to Dagao. Or this game, I should say. Youpudding fought valiantly, but given that they were both Khmer, if Dagao was something other than Khmer, I think Youpudding's plan for a scout rush, even a double scout rush at that, would have worked very effectively. But because Dagao was the one civ that can garrison villagers and houses, Youpudding was not able to execute his plan the way that he wanted to. Alright, let's take a look at the next one. The next one is Tidal Plain. Well, I like this map a lot. We've seen this map before. We saw it just in the past set. The waterfall, the cliff, the mangrove terrain, the mangrove trees. Oh, look at this. This is a gift. Look at this. This is amazing. Dagao can literally just wall from here, just right across. He's got himself a nice little base. Sure, he's walling these out, but who needs that when you have this? A neutral market in the corner. Meanwhile, Youpudding has the more classical separated forests. Actually, gold is a little bit unfair here. Dagao clearly has 2, and Youpudding only has maybe 1. Because the next one is all the way over here. It's barely even his. It's kind of right in the middle line. That might be something to look at to improve the map. Youpudding taking a rhino. So, no mirror matchup this time. Youpudding is playing as the orange Sicilians, and Dagao is playing as the blue Japanese. People seem to really like the Japanese on this map. They're a solid hybrid map civilization anyway. Dagao building a mill here to take box turtles, but he's going to build his lumber camp up here. This makes more sense. You don't want to mess with something this good. I guess you could build your lumber camp like right here. Be okay. You wouldn't chop through anytime soon. But he's going to build it up here, which I think is the right thing to do. And I think dogao could literally just FC this, if you really want to know. I really think he could, you know, wall this, build a house here, wall this, and build 2 houses here, and he's all set. I don't think that's what he'll do, though, because Fast Castle is so uncool, man. They've nerfed the hell out of walls. These players were getting frustrated that the build orders that they were copying from pro players weren't getting them results. So there was a huge outcry to make Age of Empires 2 more like an arcade game, and that's what they did, which is unfortunate. Okay, they need to take this rhino. Rhinos are dangerous. They attack faster than traditional boars. So you can they have the same statistics, but it's deceiving because their attack rate is not shown. Youpudding seeing this rhinoceros, but it looks like he's not going to try anything with that. I thought, well, I guess maybe he would have if there were a villager here trying to take that rhinoceros. At that time, he might have tried to block the villager. But right now, he's just kind of chill, keeping an eye on what dogao is doing. So dogao is getting loom. He's at 20 pop. He'll probably do some kind of 20 pop Japanese man-at-arms push or something like that. Just because everybody loves man-at-arms at this level. Okay, rhinoceros goes down. Are they trading with each other again? Let's see who's docked. No dock. No dock. Alright. Nobody's docking. At least not yet. Okay, I'm sorry. dogao is doing a 19 pop. What are these 2 villagers doing? Yep, 19 pop man-at-arms. It's Japanese. This is probably the... Where's the barracks, actually? What is this? Got a hunter coming out across the map. Why? What's there to hunt? Ah, okay, there we go. There's the barracks. So the barracks is going to be down a little bit late, I think. I think he should have built, and he had the wood too. He could have built that barracks sooner. And we got this is kind of sloppy from dogao to not build the barracks sooner. But it'll be fine. I'm sure he'll do great with it. He's feudal age. So what happens now? Is he even going to queue the man-at-arms? Maybe he's not going man-at-arms. Nope. He's just going to go straight one-range archers, it looks like. So maybe this is intentional. Maybe it's intentional to not have built the barracks until just now. So he's continuing to take box turtles. What is this? Youpudding. I think Youpudding believes that he's going to be man-at-arms rushed. So he's building these small walls here. Has Youpudding scouted the archery range yet? No, he has not. He scouted this mining camp foundation, and he saw 2 villagers going toward it. So he probably assumed man-at-arms because he saw 2 villagers. He assumed the same thing that I did. And then dogao decided that he was going to build it with 2 villagers to make it look like he was going man-at-arms, and then add more later for, you know, ranges. So Youpudding is going to build a donjon here. Interesting. I don't know if he's going to finish that donjon in time. I think he will. dogao's scout is trapped. He's going to fight these villagers. They have loom, so the villagers will prevail. And dogao coming forward with some villagers. What's the plan? He has 2 villagers and he has an archer. So he's not going to deny the construction of this donjon. Although he is going to be annoying. He's going to be able to take a lot of health off that donjon before Youpudding can get it up. He has 2 archers here battering away. Why is this scout not doing anything? This scout could be like, hey, come here. You know, like this scout could absorb. Okay, there we go. The donjon goes up. This lady's like, okay, yes, I'll run away. The donjon firing some arrows. Surprise! Okay, so dogao has gone archers, and Youpudding recognizes this. Donjons are very expensive. Okay, there's going to be a tower here. There's going to be a tower here, and Youpudding is making a sergeant. So this is a very annoying tower. It's a good tower. It denies the entirety, almost the entirety of this gold, and it denies most of this gold here. So this is the right thing to do. Youpudding needs to rush down and donjon on his gold. And he's got this sergeant here just kind of running around keeping those archers busy. But he's gonna have losses here. He lost a villager, and the sergeant is gonna help build. Just gonna try to keep the tower busy. And then this donjon goes up. So now donjons get bonus damage against towers, but that's not good enough. Youpudding is going to come and batter the base of this tower down. I think that is a mistake considering that these archers are here, and he regrets it too. So he gets back in his donjon, and I just got to shoot it. That's the thing. Shoot it, take this one tile that's relatively safe for now, and just shoot down that tower. The food situation is pretty rough, though, for Youpudding. I think he wants to go Castle Age. He's got nothing on food, and it appears that he's idling his town center. So I think he definitely... There we go. He clicks up to Castle Age. It's a market blacksmith, and he's on his way up to the Castle Age. It's expensive. It cost him 2.5 minutes of idle time. dogao is about to click up himself. dogao has archers forward, and he is mining this stone here. So I wonder what dogao will do, if he'll build another Japanese tower or what the deal is. Youpudding trying to make something happen with these villagers, but archers are behind her. Come on, man, garrison in the tower. Or garrison in the town center, I should say. But no, he's going to come do something over here. What is this? I mean, he's literally on... No, he's not on food at all. What is going on? What's going on? He's got 15 on gold and 8 on wood. So what is this? What's the plan? He's not even on stone. He does not have the food. Okay, he bought some food to get armor for the surgeons. He's going to be really disappointed when dogao hits Castle Age right behind him. So that's just the power of units. Units over defensive structures. The sergeant goes down. dogao Castle Age. He's going to get Bodkin immediately. And Youpudding calls the GG. Yeah, he knows. dogao did too much damage here. He was not expecting the archers so quickly. He was expecting... Because the build was impressive, actually. The build was meant to look like a man-at-arms build and have the timing of a man-at-arms build. Even to the point where dogao was sending 2 villagers, with to build a mining camp, and like fighting Youpudding's scout just to make it look like that's what he was doing, was man-at-arms. But it was in fact archers, and Youpudding was not prepared for that. So this is a relatively quick set, actually. dogao with a pretty decisive win over Youpudding. Congratulations. Good set of games, and we'll catch you guys for the next. Hopefully you enjoyed watching as much as I enjoyed casting. We'll see you later.